You're tuned in to the world of Tom, where you catch all the facts and stay connected with Tom Lane.
Program.
I know a lot of times.
Me, look at you. You look all cute. Okay. Welcome to In the World of Tom's Small Business Moment. And today I'm sitting with Ms. Jamie Dewalt, a proud Lincolnite from Lincoln University and owner of Jae Esthetics Studio in Marietta, Georgia. How you doing, Jae?
I'm well. How are you?
Can you tell us a little bit about Jae Esthetics and some of the products that you feature?
Yes. Jae Esthetics. I'm an esthetician. After Lincoln in 2016, I moved to Atlanta, Georgia, and I went straight into aesthetics for another 2 years and got my aesthetics license. And now I've been working as an esthetician, and I have my own studio in Marietta, Georgia, and I have a small skincare line where I do skincare services, body services, and I provide people with custom kits for their skin. You know, a lot of people have skin conditions, especially during this pandemic time. So a lot of people are finding estheticians for skincare tips and stuff like that. So I found the need to play a role in my part and give back and create this custom-made kit for people. So that way, you know, people won't be so, how can I put it? I don't know, not caught in the loop with skin. So, you know, faces breaking out with the mask. I mean, it's doing the same thing to me. So I'm just trying to help people out there, and I'm getting a lot of good feedback. So
has skincare always been a passion of yours?
You know what? When we were in school and being from California and I moved to Missouri, it was a huge culture shock. Not only was it a culture shock for me, but it like had a really big impact on my body. So it was like everything was coming out. I never really suffered from acne when I was in high school, but when I got to college, it was a totally different ball game. And that's when I got introduced to a lot of makeup. I didn't wear makeup like that, but literally every day you saw me on campus, I had a beat face, and it was for a reason, because I had a lot of skin issues. And then I think like junior year when I moved off campus, I just started to like experiment in different skincare regimens. And that's when I really realized like I really have a passion for it. I don't get tired of it. I can talk about it all day long. And so when I initially went to Lincoln for business marketing, I didn't necessarily know what I wanted to, you know, have a business in. I know I wanted to, you know, have a business. I couldn't necessarily find my niche. And I knew I wanted it to be in beauty somewhere. And then aesthetics, it just kind of like hit me when I came to Atlanta. I was like, okay, you know, aesthetic school, you know, skincare line. And so it just kind of flowed after that. So I kind of, you know, discovered it at Lincoln in a way. So.
Okay. Well, I mean, In the World of Tom was born at Lincoln University, and I'm proud to say that. So that's so cool. Cool to know. When creating Jae Esthetics, what exactly went into that? Like, what inspired you?
So when I was in school, literally all of my classmates, we all had skin issues. It was the reason why we, you know, got into the program in the first place, because clearly we had skin issues and we wanted to learn more and above and beyond and get educated about it. And I knew the first day of orientation with my teacher, Miss MC, she wanted everybody to be like, okay, what's the one thing that you want to do after you graduate? And I was like, I want a skincare line. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be too small. I want it to be something that's effective and that's going to help people, especially people of color, you know, because that's where we really struggle the most with skincare. We can't use everybody's skin care products, you know, as far as medical grade. Natural is the best way for me and my skin. So
what advice would you give to not just young Black women, but young women in general who has an idea for a business, but don't know what next step to take in order to implement that business?
My advice that I can possibly say is just go for it. Honestly, like if it feels uncomfortable, then that's when you should really go for something, because this is something that's been on my mind for a very long time, and I was prolonging it, and I was like, no, maybe I can go into a medical spa and just work for a doctor, knowing that I still had these, desires of my own. And then when this pandemic happened, that's really when I knew. I was like, okay, I have the time, so I put the time and the effort, and here I am now, and I'm doing really well. So I'm not complaining. So I'm just going to keep going and to just see where I end up. So
in regards to you doing so well, how has COVID-19 affected your business, if any?
It has affected my business in a positive aspect. Actually, the first day that I announced my very first product, which was the activated charcoal scrub that's really good for acne, I think I made $300 that day. So I was like, okay, a lot of people need help. So, and I can help them. So it was just like a no-brainer. And I just kept going.
Yeah, and don't stop. Do you use your own products?
I use my own products. It's all unprocessed ingredients, so all unprocessed, and I kind of get them from everywhere, whether it's somebody from another state or Whole Foods. It's just all natural and unprocessed products.
I've seen on your Instagram that you treat women and you treat men as well. Do you use your products on them?
I do use my products. So whenever I get a client or a new client, I always do a consultation before I touch their face. I look at their skin in my loop, and I kind of determine where I want to do a medical grade or do I want to do a natural grade for them. So I kind of give myself the option: am I going to use a natural grade product, or am I going to use a chemical grade, or how can I put it, a medical grade product? So it just really just depends on the client.
Okay.
Or I'll mix it. And
is that what the process of the consultation, is for, to help you know what products to use on them?
Yes. And so whenever a client walks into my suite, of course, I let them do paperwork and kind of give me a history of their skin and the products that they're using. So that way I can kind of see what I'm working with, and then let them tell me about their skin and, some of the concerns that they're having and why are they coming to see me? Because obviously it's the reason why you go to see an esthetician. You're going to see a dermatologist for a reason. So it's the same way as an esthetician, just like you're going to see a dentist or you're going to see a doctor. It's the reason. So I want to make sure that I know what they're looking for, what results that they want to see. And then we kind of go from there and kind of creating not a friendship, but a relationship, How
are you protecting yourself, your employees, as well as your clients during the pandemic?
Okay, so of course, I'm wearing a mask at all times during the process. My clients are wearing the mask as they come in, and then they're leaving with the mask on. And the cleanup after is very I kind of have an OCD when it comes to being clean, and especially during this type of matter, knowing that something is out there, I make sure that I thoroughly clean before and after every single client. And of course, taking temperatures as well. So
you actually take the temperatures before they come in?
Yes. Yes.
You it still further. Okay.
Yeah.
To monitor treatment of patients who have sensitive skin, I know you mentioned the whole consultation. What are other tactics that you may have to ensure that they are being treated properly?
So I'm always asking them, are you paying attention to your skin? By looking at a client, especially looking at them in my loop where I can see a lot of things closer, I can always tell when a client is sleeping on a specific side of their face, because their face might have a lot more congestion than the other side. What else? I am telling them to tell me what your skincare routine is day and night. What are you putting on your face? What is your routine? How long are you washing your face? Because I believe in the 60-second rule. Well, the 60-second rule is always very effective. And of course, thoroughly washing your hands before you even touch your face. So that's very, very important. And I'm also asking them, what are they eating? Are they drinking enough water? All that is very, very important when it comes to skincare. And I always let them give them the option to how can I put it? Like screenshot all of the products that they're using. And so I can let them know what's working for them and what's not.
You're like heaven sent.
Yes, it's like the skincare fairy godmother. Like really, seriously. Like I'm always checking on my clients, you know, just making sure that they're good. So I get a lot of my clients, they're like, I don't mean to bother you. And I'm like, you're not bothering me. Like, you're fine. Like, this is what I'm here for. I have a lot of clients that go into like, they'll be at Walmart, at Target, and they want to buy something like that's a product, but they don't know if it's good. So they'll shoot me a text real quick and let me know if it's okay. So yeah, that's the kind of relationship that I have with my clients.
And that's so good to hear. Like, I would love to have you here to be able to shoot a text like, girl, I got this pimple in the middle of my forehead.
Yes. I've done tutorials with clients. You know, like I had a client that bought a high frequency machine. She's all the way in California. She bought a high frequency machine, which is really good for bacteria. And she was like, I need to know how to use it. And I was like, okay. I was like, FaceTime me. I'm gonna show you how to use it. So it gets down to that. So, and I love to do it. It's no problem. So that's what I'm here for.
Some Jae Esthetics Studio in your pocket. Remember that. Hit up Jae, and you can get tips on your face. When it comes to people and your customers, what can they expect from Jae Esthetics Studio experience?
So the moment that you walk in, we, kind of talk a little bit, and I ask them to fill out some paperwork and kind of tell me a little bit about their skin and what do they suffer with the most. And depending on the type of service that they booked for, like a lot of my clients want to book for a microdermabrasion, but they have no idea what a microdermabrasion is. So I ask them all the time, are you aware of a microdermabrasion? Have you ever had one before? And so, they'll let me know yes or no. But if they're just coming to get just a natural classic facial, I use my products. Majority of my products, depending on the client and the skin type. I'll start with the cleanser. So this is a foaming rose cleanser. This is really good for nourishing the skin. I'll cleanse the skin twice. After that, I'll go ahead and do a consultation to let them know what I see and the things that they need to work on at home, because you will have homework after you're done with your treatment. And then we'll go ahead and exfoliate the skin. Whether it's me using the scrub or I'll use another one that I have in my back bar at the studio. But I love using this scrub. It's great for nourishing too. And it also has brown sugar and cane sugar in it, which is really, really good for nourishing and youthful looking skin. It helps with wrinkles, anti-aging. I mean, the list goes on and on when it comes to scrubs, especially scrubs that have cane sugar and brown sugar in them. And then, of course, a hydrating toner. It's really, really, really important to tone your skin. A lot of people don't know that when it comes to a skin regimen. Toning your skin helps bring back the pH balance on your skin. Whatever ingredients that you put on top of your skin, you always have to go back with a toner to bring it back to balance. And then, of course, last but not least, this is my favorite item out of the whole skincare aesthetics, Jae Esthetics line. It's the rose facial oil. This is my last step for my clients, and this is where you see like all of my clients have like this glow. It's this oil, and it's literally like a magic in a bottle. I have so many good compliments on this oil. I'm just so happy with this product because it's very effective, and I'm just glad that I'm able to actually put something out there that a lot of people love and enjoy and always come back for more. I use it myself, and I really enjoy this product, and I love the fact that my clients enjoy it as well. And
your skin looks amazing. I mean, God. It really does. Besides the antiques, I mean, it looks great on camera.
Thank you. I have struggled a long time, and as much as I enjoy makeup and love makeup, I definitely don't want to wear makeup every single day. And so I think that's when I realized that I really need to look further into pursuing this career. So that's exactly what I did, and now I love it. So
to ask, because you mentioned in one of your, I think it's the face scrub in the jar, you said that you had brown sugar and what? Cane sugar?
Cane sugar and brown sugar. So the reason why I put brown sugar in it is because brown sugar works as a natural preservative. A lot of unprocessed and natural ingredients or natural products, they don't last long. So I put brown sugar in it so that way it can give it more of a shelf life. So that way clients are able to use it as from a 3 to 6 week time frame.
Okay.
That's as long as you should use it for, and hopefully a little bit longer if you have some left. So yeah, and it's not only does it work as a preservative, but it also has great benefits. It has glycolic acid in it, which is really good for exfoliating the skin. So, and that's really good, and with not really being harsh on the skin either. So.
Okay. We don't have to follow your specific routine, but the products that you have lined up showing us, are these good for the day, for in the morning as well as night?
So I have 3 kits. I have a rose kit, I have a turmeric kit, and then I have a charcoal kit. So the rose is for nourishing. You could use that day and night. Now, I tell my clients all the time, you don't necessarily have to throw everything that you already use for your skin away just to use these products. These are something that you can add to your product regimen, and you can, put something out and then put something in. It really just depends. I tell my clients all the time, pay attention to your skin. Your skin tells you a lot that it needs. If it lacks dehydration, you need something to come back and put moisture and hydrate it. If you're having too much oil, if your skin is too oily, you have to come balance that oil out and put something as far as something that's going to dry it out a little bit, but then still keep it moisturized, if that makes sense. Yeah. I have oily skin myself, and to help maintain that oil, I have to have my lactic acids and salicylic acid, which is a whole nother, thing, but it's possible. It's manageable. So these are something that you can definitely add to your regimen. And then the turmeric is good for hyperpigmentation. So if you suffer from dark spots, that's what the kit that I would recommend. If you're an acne prone type of client, if you just really just suffer from acne all around, the activated charcoal kit is what I would recommend. And the thing about it is all of the kits come with the facial rose oil, which is going to be good putting the hydration back into the skin. So if you're going to use the charcoal can be very drying. This is going to help bring back the hydration back. So it makes sense. The kit makes sense. So,
is there any alcohol in your products?
No, there's no alcohol in none of the products.
Yes, I don't alcohol in, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So is it really true what they say? Back in the day, they would have you either use witch hazel or rubbing alcohol after you clean your face and you go over it. Does that help or does that harm it?
It depends on your skin type. So I have a client that just reached out to me yesterday, and she suffers from eczema, and she's been suffering from eczema because she wears a mask at work every single day. So her eczema is it's coming up. So it's starting to do its thing because she's not getting enough oxygen in that area. And so I was asking her, I was like, tell me your skincare regimen and tell me what you're using. And then she told me that she uses witch hazel, and it was the Thayer's witch hazel that has the rose in it. The rose is good for you, but the witch hazel contains alcohol, and that's what's drying out her skin on top of her eczema. So I was like, you have to literally just exit out the witch hazel. If you can find a rose water, that's fine, but anything with alcohol is just not good for you right now. Some people do need alcohol, just like oily skin people. We do need alcohol to dry it out. But if you don't have that problem, I wouldn't recommend it.
When it comes to Jae Esthetics Studio, how can we go about getting more information on the business itself along with the products?
So I have on my IG, of course, Jae_Esthetics. You are more than welcome to DM me. I don't have all of the products on my website because I want to be able to talk to you first, so I could let you know exactly which kit is going to best fit you or which product that you're interested in, if it's going to benefit you or not. Because not everything is going to benefit you. If I feel like it's not going to do anything for you, I'm not going to force you. I'm not going to tell you to get something. I might recommend something else that you can go buy. So you can hit me up at Jae_Esthetics and send me a DM, and you could purchase a kit and we could talk. And it just goes from there. I could do a consultation. We could talk about it over the phone or just from messaging each other and then go from there.
Well, that's it for In the World of Tom. Big thanks to Ms. Jae Dewalt for coming through all the way from Georgia.
Yes.
About beautifying yourself and taking care of your skin. Again, thank you for letting me do this. And let's all remember to speak on it. So,
hey skin friends, my name is Jamie Dewalt. I am a esthetician and owner of Jae Esthetics Skincare and Jae Esthetics Studio here in Marietta, Georgia, and I am a proud supporter and sponsor of In the World of Tom.
Tom Lane here. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe to this channel. Also, slap on that notification bell so that way you are the first to know when I post new content. Thumbs up your favorite and pass on the way.
Every Thursday with Tom Lane.